Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Jay is finally back. We are here with the 6-month update on the Waterbox 65.4. A lot has changed in the past, 3-4 months. As you can see, I'm pretty loaded up with corals now. I have over 70 pieces in this tank, mostly LPS. I've given a little whirl on the SPS life. So far, mainly just beginner frags, especially like bird's nests and some Montipora. They seem to be doing well. I've added extra AI prime that a buddy has lent me until I can upgrade my lights. But for now, I think I'm doing all right. So I figured this video, I'd probably update you guys on my livestock, what I have going on now. It's been pretty stable and consistent for the past few months. Haven't really made many changes. I'm finally, like my original goal was, letting the tank settle in and do its thing. Trying to intervene as little as possible. With that being said, I've adapted a pretty consistent maintenance schedule, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, I'm running pretty low nutrients. My phosphate is around 0.04 to 0.06. My nitrates hover around 10 to 20, which follows into the water changes. At first, I was doing weekly water changes at about 20%, and I noticed it wasn't really helping. If anything, it was bringing in some nuisance algae like some dinos. I'm currently dealing with some green hair algae, or it may be turf algae. Actually, most likely turf algae. I can show you guys a bit here. You can see some on the rocks. I've been dosing some hydrogen peroxide, about 1 milliliter per 10 gallons every other day. It seems to be helping. This was a fairly big spot of turf algae here, but it seems to be subsiding. So yeah, I'm dealing with that. It's nothing too major. But other than that, everything seems to be going pretty well. I'm just kind of waiting for the corals to take off. I've noticed some growth, especially with this orange zoa right here. I got it with probably around 10 heads. Now it has, who knows, 40, 50. Same with the clove polyps back here. I had around maybe 4 heads or polyps. Now I have quite a bit. The biggest change I can see is with the zinnias. It's probably about an inch frag, and now it's massive. So everything seems to be going pretty well. I have had some losses, I'll admit that. Had probably 2 big torches that I've lost overnight, really, due to brown jelly disease. Still don't know what caused it. I've done research, and people say you could easily just touch it and kind of scar it, which could lead to that infection of brown jelly disease. I also lost my squamosa clam. I'm not sure why. One day he kind of just turned over and opened wide open, and his meat and mantle was completely gone. So actually, my birthday was recently, and the wifey bought me a huge clam. This is a Maxima clam. I glued it as high as I could so that it can get the most light. My calcium is good. Nutrients are good. Flow is great here, so the mantle can flap a little. So yeah, it seems to be doing great. The foot has attached to this hammock that I glued into my rock work. And yeah, I'm just hoping eventually I can get some corals to grow around it and kind of cover this little hammock and make it look a little more natural. But as of right now, as you can see, it's floating. I got this new centerpiece. It's a Hadani carpet anemone. It's doing great. It was moving around like crazy. Actually stung this zoa frag, stung this GSP, and I added some leftover rocks that I had just to try to cradle it, nest it into the position I wanted it to be in. I know it has a mind of its own. It can move wherever it wants, but thankfully it's been in place for now. I've had it probably only a week, so I don't know. I got my fingers crossed. Also dealing with the Ghanies here. I have a Ghani garden. One of my recent Ghanioporas that I got, this highlighter green one, and it actually came with a present. Just fell off this morning, so I fragged it, but it was a baby Ghani. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hasn't opened up yet because my clowns have been trying to host it. So I'm currently working on that. I've been moving it around. I just actually moved it to the center place right here, but I know my clowns are going to bother it eventually. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Might just let it be. Hopefully it'll get used to it, but I've noticed that it does get bothered. Another new piece I have right here is this plate coral. Really happy with it. It looks more purple online from the skeleton, but I'm hoping it'll get its colors back once it acclimates, because it's really only a week old in my tank. I got it along with this carpet. I'm not sure if this rockscape was here last time. I don't think it was, but I added this kind of like half circle little landscape to further incorporate the zoa garden I have going on, and then I added the clove polyps right in the middle. Yeah, see, you can see my clowns bothering it. But the zoas are growing in pretty well. I got this frag from a friend. It's not even a frag, it's like one whole colony. Didn't know where to place it, so I just put it on the sand bed for now. But yeah, I'm hoping eventually the zoas will grow into this half circle and hopefully look pretty cool. I also added an arc back there. I'm hoping to maybe add some more mushrooms, but so far I have that mushroom back there along with a Kenya. But I'm running out of space, so I figured might as well work some more in the background, and then once they grow in, you can see it a little better. My scolies, originally you guys seen them on the sand bed, but they were not happy on the sand bed. This red one actually started retracting a lot. You can see a lot of its skeleton. So since then, I have glued them onto some little pieces of rock, and they've been doing a lot better. So I'm happy with that. Recently got a bounce mushroom, and it looks beautiful. It actually split a little. I'm not sure if I can show you. Let me see if I can try. But around right there, right in the middle, like right there, you can see it more when it's, you know, going to bed at night. You can see the separation a lot better, but it did end up splitting. It seems happy, so I'm just letting it be. My acans are doing great. They're always showing its polyps, so I'm guessing that's a good sign. It's grown tremendously over the time that I've had it, so that's a good thing. This came with 2 heads. This came with probably just 3. Now it has quite a few more. And yeah, so back here I have the zinnia garden with some pallies. Didn't know where to put the pallies, so I put them there. I might end up moving them actually, just so the zinnia can have its own island. Still debating that. But if I was to move the pallies, I wouldn't know where to put them, so that's another thing. I might just put them on the back rock work over here where the arch is in the back. It's hard to see on video, but yeah. So I also have this frag. I believe it's stylo, if the chromie would move. It's doing great. It's got great growth. I'm not sure if I can show you from this side. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it's got great growth. It's starting to grow a lot on the rock. So yeah, I can't wait to see that grow into a colony. Another one of my favorites is this Digi. It was actually doing terrible, and that's actually a piece of what I was able to save. It was much bigger before, but it's obvious now that it's growing pretty well and it's looking good. Can't wait for it to take off. Show you guys from the back. Yeah, so the polyps are extended. It's looking good. I'm happy with that. Moving on, I had this green plate for quite some time now. Probably had it in my last video as well. And as you can see, it kind of lost its color, but it was a lot worse before. It's actually coming back better now. So I'm excited to see what the future is like for that. And then my red plate Monties, they're doing pretty good as well. You can see great polyp extension right there. Yeah, so I'm excited to see those grow in. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm trying to start taking care of some SPS. I would love to have SPS take over the top half. But it's been a struggle. I've lost quite a few frags. And I think mainly it's just because my tank's not established enough. You know, it's not mature enough for SPS. Like I said, this is the 6-month update. So I don't think I'm ready. I do have these frags. They've been looking a lot better. The bird's nest is looking a lot better. This one is actually, in fact, growing pretty well. So I think I'm gonna just run with these for now. See how it settles in. And I don't know, maybe in a few months, I'll try to pick up some more and take it off from there. I also got this cool piece. I'm not sure what it is. I got it from a friend. Wicked fuzzy. Seems to be really easy going. Doesn't really ever look to be bothered. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I would love for it to take over that portion of the rock and, you know, add some color to my rock work. Over here, I have a nice Blasto. It's been doing great in its own secluded area. I believe it came with maybe just 2 heads. And now I can see there's quite a few more growing in. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Everything seems to be doing well. I tend to nitpick a lot. Like I can see this toadstool, all 3 of the toadstools actually don't have its polyp showing right now. But you know, I've come to accept that they're just finicky creatures. You know, these corals, like, they're hard to care for, and like humans, they have good days and bad days. So as long as overall they're good, then I'm good. So they do tend to show their polyps majority of the time. It's just right now, as I'm filming, they're not showing, which is okay. You know, I've learned to let that go. Can't be perfect 24/7. Here's another look at the Ghanies and the Alveopora. Doing great. Happy with that. What else do I have to show you? So yeah, my original goal for this GSP was to grow up alongside this wall. Not sure if I have enough light. It's moving fairly slow. I mean, it's growing, but it's getting there. It's getting there. So yeah, hopefully eventually, maybe the next update, I can show you that it's grown up at least, I don't know, an inch up the wall. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the tank. Everything's been pretty smooth sailing. Haven't really had much issues. Not sure if this lid was in the last video, but I got a lid now. And yeah, so I'll get into my livestock a little bit. I have 2 Anthias, lyre tail. Here's one of them. The other one is actually turning a little bit red. So I'm wondering if it's transitioning into a male. If I can find him. Oh, he's actually hiding in there right now. I have my 6 line. And then for the other wrasse, I have the Melanaris, which is fairly new. He's awesome. He throws around the sand, which kind of bothers me and bothers the corals. See, stuff like that. But it's not much I can do. They're creatures, right? You just gotta let them live. I have my 2 clowns, which are doing great. They're a pain in the butt because I got them anemones, both this bubble tip and this carpet, but they don't go near them. Not sure why. My 6 chromies are looking great, looking fatter than ever. Really happy with that. The hippo, obviously, he runs the tank. He's doing great. He tends to make a sandstorm every now and then, but I'm really happy with him. Somewhere else in here, I'd love to show you if I can find him, but it's an emerald crab I had for a while now, and man, has he grown. I don't know what he eats during the day. He seems to be always picking, but man, he came from probably under an inch to now over 2 inches within just a few months, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I think I'm pretty stocked for the tank. I can't really add anything else. Don't want to start disturbing and having coral warfare. I know it's going to come within time, but for now, I'd rather just let everything settle in, get acclimated, get comfortable, and go from there. I'd like to show you guys the little hammer and frog spawn garden. They're doing well, actually. When I placed them here, they weren't all touching, so that's good news, right? That's signs of growth. I'm also seeing some coralline algae, which makes me happy because I know that is signs of the tank establishing itself furthermore and growing, maturing. So that's good signs. The one thing I do need to work on, though, is getting my copepods population back up. In the beginning, I poured a lot of copepods in, and I don't know, they seem to vanish. So I've started pouring some more in, buying more and pouring more, and hopefully I can get that population back up. I have the refugium still running strong back there. I harvest the Cato probably every 2 to 3 weeks. It grows pretty fast, and I'm happy with that. It keeps my nutrients down. And yeah, I think I'm gonna turn off the flow and show you guys what it's like. Yeah, let me take off the lid. Let me head over here. I'll place you guys down for a quick second just to sign in. So yeah, parameters have been doing great. I'm still dosing Kalkwasser and Alpha Reef. Everything's looking good. Sorry, it's a bit orange. I got the orange filter on right now. But yeah, let me turn off the pumps. Yeah, I'm out of reagent, waiting on it to come in through the mail. But yeah, turned off the pumps. Let me show you guys an overhead view. Clams looking great. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. I got the Hollywood Stunner Chalice. Big colony. It's looking great. Can't wait for that to grow in. Yeah, so these Monty caps are looking great as well. But yeah, here's the overhead view, which I've been doing a lot lately, taking pictures. Looks great. Clams really happy, which makes me happy because, yeah, I was a little bit bummed about my squamosa dying. Torches are looking good. The anemones, I feed them some cleaned out raw shrimp. I think like half a piece of shrimp for each one, about every other week. And here's a shot of that zinnia garden I was talking to you guys about. Yeah, it was about an inch before. Now it's grown a lot. But yeah, honestly, I think after this video is done, I'm going to move these pallies. And I might just place them somewhere hidden because I don't really care too much about them, but I'd still like to have them. So I might just place them inside that rock work over there. But yeah, other than that, this is my tank. It's going 6 months strong. And yeah, until next time, guys, I'll probably make another video in a few months, show you guys where everything is going. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have anything you'd like to see specifically, please let me know in the comments. I have videos on what I run for equipment. I actually just recently added this reservoir just to have my alpha reefer in it. I feel like it's less maintenance, just keep refilling a small dosing container, so I added a huge reservoir container. Recently printed this Hannah Checker caddy. Really happy about that. Makes things look a lot more neater. But yeah, this is my tank. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.